Hey, what is up guys, it's me Graffiti here and I am back with a new tutorial. In this one I'm going to show you how to make custom perk shader icons. If you guys saw my last video, I actually showed how to change the perk shaders to Black Ops 2 shaders, or basically to any shader that you want, so you don't have to use the default Black Ops 3 perk shader icons. But in this one, instead of you going and downloading someone's pack or something like that, I'm going to show you how to make these perk shader icons from scratch using Photoshop. So to do that, you're actually going to need two things. You're going to need Photoshop, and you're also going to need your internet to go to Google. So why you're going to need Google is because you're going to need to grab high-res images of the perk shaders from Google. So basically what I did was, today I'm going to show you how to do Vulture Aid. I'm not going to show you how to do all of them, but I am going to show you how to do Vulture Aid today. But I'm actually going to include a download in my description, which includes all my PSD files for Photoshop that will allow you to have these icons right here, not the icons around, but this icon in particular as a vector image, so you can drag and drop it onto any shape that you would like, so you can have your own custom perk shaders. So once you go to Google, search up the perk shader you want. So for me, I did Vulture Aid, so Vulture Aid logo.png, and then I'm going to grab this one and I will put it on my desktop. Now that I have it on my desktop, I'm actually going to want to get rid of this from the old one. I'm going to hide these little dust images. Now, if you don't like my pack that I include that gives you all these images in the vector, then yeah, go on Google and use the method that I show in this video to make your own. So once you have found the image that you want to, you found the image that you're going to take the vector from, so Vulture Aid in my case, I'm now going to want to open up Photoshop and go to File, New, and then change the width to about 256 by 256. And that will give you a square background the same size as mine. Now it's going to have a white background like so. So you're going to just double click, turn it into a new layer. Then you're going to come down here and add a new layer. And then you're going to delete the bottom layer by just clicking on it and then clicking the delete key on your keyboard. Now you have a transparent background and you're set up to make your perk shader. Now, what I have done on my 256 by 256 pixel, I have actually made me a square that I have rotated to look kind of like a diamond. And then, so it's black right here. And then I just kind of shrinked it in below it so I could have some color. So there's a red. And then it is black right here all on the outline, so it kind of has an outline. But if you want, you can use your blending options and do stroke, but I will show you a little bit more on that a little later. But for now, we're actually going to want to File, Place, go to your desktop, and look for the perk shader that you are grabbing the image from. So if you notice, I have these images already from ones that I have done. Here's Electric Cherry and here's Widow's Wine. So I've already finished all of these, but I'm going to show you right here. So here's the Vulture Aid. You're going to click on it. You're going to click Place. Now that it's actually placed, you're going to want to make sure it's on the top so it's above all of these layers. You're going to want to use your best friend, and it's called Magic Tools. So if you come right here to where this little arrow key is, you're going to the move tool. You're going to go down 3 and you're going to look for Magic Wand tool. So now that you have found the Magic Wand tool, you're going to see a little wand like so. So you're going to want to change your tolerance up, and you're going to want to play with this from 1 to 100%. So for me, I'm using 50 at the moment, and hopefully that will do what I want. So it didn't, so let's up that to 100, and let's try it again. And this time it did do what I wanted it to do. So what I'm going to do is actually click on the eraser tool that is right here, and you're going to want to erase the inside of it. Now click the wand tool, click on it again, and now click inside these little squares. Now let's say you want to do more than one at a time. Just hold shift and click on the other color. Now if you want to remove it, just hold alt and then click it, and it'll remove the selection from it, but I want to keep it, so let's go like that. Now grab your eraser tool and just erase it like so. Now we have this white little hexagon. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the eraser tool, make sure it's on this little hard brush right here, and then we're going to want to change the pixel size down to 25 or so, and then we're going to just erase the outline until we get to about right here, and then we're going to stop. Then we're going to erase all of this. Some perks are a lot easier than others. This one's a little difficult, so this is why I wanted to show the Vulture Aid one. So now we're going to want to zoom in. To zoom in, just hold alt and then scroll with your mouse, with the middle mouse key. And now you're just going to want to tap and tap, and if you want, change the opacity down just a little bit. So I'll change it down to like 70, so you don't erase everything, and you also get like a better blend. So like so. So just try to get rid of all of this little white outline to where you have more of like the dark shader. But now you're not going to have to do this, as I will be including this down in my description like I said below. But in case you do not like them and you would like to make better versions of them, then of course this is why I'm showing you this. So now you're going to want to shrink this up for your perk shader. So let's hold Control and T, and then hold Shift, which will keep the resolution the same, and then minimize it down to where it's in the corner like so, and then double click, and then there you go. You have your perk shader. It's all done and ready to go. Now if you notice, I have this little white right here. So just go into your eraser tool and make sure you erase that. Just get everything that you missed. So like right here, I missed all this, so I'm gonna just click on it and erase it, make it nice and fine. And now I'm actually gonna rotate the image by clicking Control T and then rotating it like so. Now when I rotate it, it's gonna go like that, and now it fits a little bit better. So if you would like to move it just by inches, use the arrow keys, and this will move it just like just a little bit at a time. So right there, that looks pretty good to me, but it needs to blend a little bit better. And also I kind of want color, because right now it's just a black. So right here I have my image. Now you're going to want to actually change the background to the color of the perk icon, or you can leave it, or you can make it whatever color you want. For me, I want to change it to this red that I have right here. So I'm going to place this onto my project that I am using right now. So let's look for it. Let's actually just add the one that we did before. So we're going to want this color. So to get this color, what you can do is you click on these little squares down here. There's two. You're going to want to click on it, and right now it's green for me. It'll probably be white or black for you. So you're going to want to come down to your screen right here, to the image that you're trying to get the color from. You're gonna just tap on whatever the color is that you want. So it's kind of like a light pink. Now it's changed it. So you're gonna click OK and then delete this image. And now if we come right up here to the paint bucket tool, it might be the gradient tool or whatever, make sure you change it to paint bucket tool. You're going to now click on the smaller layer of the background, and there you go. Now we have this more of a pinkish tint. Now we're going to want to add an inner glow like I have done, like right there, and you're also going to want to add a gradient over it. So to do that, you're going to click blending options, go to gradient overlay. You're going to click on the color stop. Notice it just went green. Now you're going to change that to probably a red or a pink, and now you're going to want to make it darkened. So take it over here and just play with it until you find a good shade. So for me, I like about that. Now if you want the shade to go down more, just drag this forward and then click OK, and then also drag the scale up. So that looks about right to me. I like that right there. And then we're going to click on inner glow, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click on the color. We're going to change it to like a bright pinkish red. So let's tone this down a little bit. So about right there. And so that will stand out in game. Now you're going to want to change the opacity to 75 or so, and you're going to want to change it to screen. Then you're going to want to go to elements, make sure it's on softer edge, and then change the size to about 5, because if you don't have it on 5, it can cover your whole screen like so, and you don't want that. So I want to keep it about 5, and that's it. So click OK. Now if you want, you can go to filter and then sharpen the images by clicking like so. But you're also going to want to find some dust or grime, because they shouldn't look this pristine. See, right now it looks a little pixelated from close up, but if you zoom out, this is more what it's going to look like, because you won't be able to see it. So let's add some grime. So here is a little grunge texture that I found, and I have it on normal, and I set it to 67. But if you notice, it made the background darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to create a clipping mask, and then make sure this grudge image is right above the top background that has all the color. So I'm going to do create clipping mask, and now look, now it has a grudge color. Now play with the color of it, like the opacity. So for me, for this one, I kind of want more of a like smaller opacity, so I'll do about 45. And now up here, I'm going to drag this to the very top. I don't know why I have this layer. And I am going to turn this on, and again, it got dark again, but this one's turned on subtract. What I'm going to do with this is I'm going to click create clipping mask, and I'm just going to clip it onto the actual Vulturade vector. And now I'm actually going to take this image, and I'm going to click Control T, and I'm going to rotate it just a little bit more, like so, or like so. Bring it down. Alright, that looks a lot better to me. And now that you actually have your image done and you want to make this into a perk shader, just grab all your images, hold select, sorry, not select, hold shift, and then go all the way to the top, and then grab all of your pieces that you are making this into, right click and click merge layers. Now it's all one layer. You're going to want to right click, duplicate layer, go to untitled, and before we duplicate this layer, we're going to actually want to click File, New, and then make the width 64 and the height 64. And then we're going to click OK. And now we have a super small box. We're going to do the same thing before. We're going to click, add a layer, then delete the first layer so it's transparent. Now we're going to come back to our merge layer. We're going to right click, duplicate layer, go to untitled 1 or whatever you named your 64 by 64 frame. Duplicate it over to there. Now if you notice, it's not there, but if you hold Control T on this image called dust, click Control T or whatever your name is of the image, you can now see the image. If you hold Shift while you minimize it, now you just need to line it up with the screen. So zoom in, make sure you're holding Shift, and just line the edges up to the corners. So like so. Then click OK. Now if you zoom out, this is what it's going to look like in game, about this far away, because this looks super pixely, and of course it's not going to look like that. It's going to look more like this. It's going to look a lot more something like this. So now if you want to actually make this go in game, you're going to click File, Save As, TIFF, go to Desktop, your your Black Ops 3 Roots folder, or however you want to get to your Roots folder. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you go to your Black Ops 3 Roots folder. Go to Texture Assets. For me, all of my perk shaders are in this pack called Wardog. Go to T7, Perk, and now here are all the original perk shaders, and these are shaders that I have made. So here's my Electric Cherry, my Deadshot, Double Tap, Juggernaut, Mule Kick, PhD, Stamina, and then these are the ones that I have not finished, which is Tombstone, Vulturade, and Who's Who. But I have finished Widow's Wine, which is right here. But now I finished Vulturade, so I'm going to click on it, or name it whatever you want, but I'm just going to call it Vulturade 1. And then make sure it's as a TIFF, and then click Save. And now make sure you click right here where it says Save Transparency. This is going to be unchecked. Make sure you check that. Click Yes, and then click OK. And make sure IBM PC, REL, and ZW are all checked. Click OK. This will include layer size. That's fine. Click OK. Now if we open up Ape. Alright guys, so now that we have Ape open, we're going to want to search for where we're going to put the perk shader. So for me, it's under Wardog. Right here. So you're going to want to make an image by right clicking, go to New Asset, go to File, New Asset. Once you have made your new asset, you're going to make sure it's an image, and then you're going to come down here. You can watch any video on how to do this. So for me, once you have your image, make sure it's 2D, do not resize, map, and always high resolution PC. Click on this, go find your image where you saved it. Right here's mine, Wardog HUD Vulturade 1. Click open. And now it has replaced it. Now you're going to want to find the material right here. So once you have found your material, make sure it's a 2D blend. Make sure the surface type is none or metal, however you want to do it, and the gloss range full. And then make sure it has the same image name right here under the color map. Now that you've done all that, if we compile, link, and run our map, it should work fine. So I'll be back once it's done. Okay guys, so once your map has actually finished compiling, you're just going to want to now test out your custom icon that you made for your perk shader. So let's go and buy Vulture Aid and see if it worked. So if I buy Vulture Aid, boom, right there I have the Vulture Aid that I made with you guys. And here are also ones that I've finished. So I have PhD, Quick Revive, Juggernaut, Electric Cherry, Widow's Wine, Speed Cola, Double Tap, and the final one, Deadshot, which is probably going to be changed because I don't really like that. Tell me down in the comments if I should change that one or not. But all I have left to do is Who's Who and Tombstone, and I'm all done. So 2 more perks, and yeah. Please leave a comment down below if you guys have any questions or any errors. I'll try to help you as fast as I can. And how to actually install the shaders, there's tutorials out there. I have a tutorial that you can go watch. Will also be in the link in the description in case you guys want to learn how to actually install it into your map, not just make the icon from scratch in Photoshop. So again, if this helped you guys, please smash that like button, give me a sub, and if y'all guys want more content and tutorials, keep on mapping, and peace.